Today is September 9th, 2023. Again, today the riffraff showed up. Oh my gosh. You know how I got them to scatter? I know my car is smugged and they sold a Lachlan. So it's like if you follow me around, so help me, and you come up and say something to me, I'm going to keep my phone on me, and if I can get my camera fast enough, I will take your picture. I will put you on Facebook. I will put you on YouTube as a drug trader and a human trafficker. And you're part of the people that drugged and framed me before and human trafficked me. They scattered me. I ain't going to play with these people no more. I'm not going to. It's not going to happen. They have made fun of the FBI for falling for it. June 7th, 2023, Walmart 62, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. FBI agent John actually fell for the stunt at Taste before. Oh, come on now. It was only a stunt. You mean John actually fell for it? Is that what's going on? That agent actually fell for it? You're kidding. You mean FBI agent John fell for the stunt of tapes before? Ha 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 ha. Is that why they got away with it? Because FBI agent John fell for the stunt of tapes before? Ha 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 ha. I was working up in Akron. Some of the construction workers were talking across the street. It was a mean teenage stunt they pulled. A real mean teenage stunt they pulled. What they did to her. But none of it's funny because they raped her. Everybody knows I was raped. How would you like a public rape? And the people that did it didn't go to jail. And they showed all their crimes. Think about that. Now we're going to talk more. You think of like 2020, different news shows, sororities. They don't like somebody in college. Their sorority gets them. How many times have we seen on a long time ago that they were stalking people with bottom cameras in the shower, photoshopped them, put it up on the internet to defame them? How many times did you see where they roofied people and told them to say something stupid in their own home? Or worse, had a bunch of guys rape them, take videos, and they didn't know what happened to them. And until somebody told on them, they didn't go to jail. And then they all went to jail. With several of their episodes. Hello. You would have thought, well, Michelle was like a whole 18. When I seen her, she barely looked 18. She told everybody to knock it off on Sunday, September 3rd, 23 outside Kohl's. Yelled it across the parking lot. I'd seen her out today. These people better not be saying a word to her. That idiot already confessed he photoshopped everything on her. Well, she's some kind of nurse. I know. And these people better not be saying a word to her. That idiot already confessed he photoshopped everything on her. Well, you told these people you wanted everything, so they made it happen. Like she's some kind of mafia goddess. You do realize rock stars couldn't get away with this. The president couldn't get away with it. There's nothing on God's green earth that they should not have got away with this the first day. They should have, when they walked into that FBI building, said they had been surveillancing me on their own. What is it? Peking Tom and stalking tapes. Are peking Tom and stalking tapes admissible? No. Are they allowed to look at them? No. Why? Because they can Photoshop anything. I've talked to sheriffs. What do you mean they looked at them? It's illegal to. Huh? You can Photoshop everything from words to sentences. You have a good enough computer. I said, well, I have bruises, throwing up, heart racing, severe personal infection. Here, they're supposed to be drug beating, raping me, and drugging me up and telling me to say something with roofies. They're like, those amnesia drugs are so bad, they could have drugged up the people take down the towers and told them to do it, and they did it. You're under someone else's control. They have admitted to drugging me and telling me to say stuff. They have admitted to photoshopping that shower scene in their stalking, peeking Tom tapes. Then laughing at the feds they fooled them. Laughed at everybody that they fooled all these people. November 18, 22, Walmart 62, 2 to 6 p.m. One of the drug dealers, Eric, comes in. All the tapes before were me and not her. It was my idea to come up with it. My idea to do it. My idea to say it. For all these people to turn on, and they fell for it. Well, if it's only you, I could take care of it. I know it's that bad, and they still fell for it. June 30th, 23, men were talking in Meskers Park. The guy running, it's a real social life, real life of party. I made fools out of all these people. He fooled all these people into helping out with this done not taste before, and they all fell for it. And he was laughing with everybody in the party how he made fools out of all these people. How could you fall for it? We have a right to privacy. It's entrapment. They should have got jail for RICO charges. RICO charges, drugs, kidnapping, extortion, embezzlement, stalking charges. There's a Fourth Amendment over your house. Nobody can be in it, but police and agencies protect live cases with statements only. Or they go to jail. I have a friend from the Stark County Prosecutor's Office. It's a fraud scheme. He said they made a big mistake. They did it in your home. He said it's illegal to be in somebody's home no matter what, except for protected live cases with statements. He said they probably did set up button cameras when they kicked in your door, and they probably did Photoshop that shower scene. And he said, where they're laughing at you for it. And when you have bruises you couldn't explain, sick, throwing up, dizzy, and almost passing out, they probably did roofie you and tell you to say something stupid. They made a big mistake. They did it in your home. I talked to Officer Reinhardt in Louisville. He started laughing. He said, I don't care what they say they got. I don't care what they say they did. Until that agent agreed to protect you, even the FBI couldn't be in your home, and they can't even look or listen to it. It's illegal to. Think about that. It's the Fourth Amendment over the house. Portage County Sheriff, same thing. Ravenna Police. You want to keep going? You have the right to privacy in your own home. My friend from the Stark County Prosecutor's Office said, I heard of a weird case of an officer surveillance and somebody on their own. The guy found out, went to a judge. Judge pulled that officer in front of him. Said, you knew better. I could never look or listen to that. You had no right in that man's home. He had a right to privacy, and he can sue you for this. That cop can go to jail. So that's where David, like they said, that idiot can't hire a stalker. He can't hire the drug cartel to drug, beat, and rape his wife and leave the poor thing drugged, bruised, and infected and not know what's happening to her. And drugged up and told to say stuff. That would have been like those agents laughing at me. I didn't even know who Pete was. I still never talked to him. My coworker, Dar, she had a set of twins. One died, and she was grieving real hard, and her friends talked her into getting a babysitter for the surviving twin, go out for a friend's night out. She went to take a drink out of a drink, said she acted a little happy but normal. Eventually, a group of people came up, talked to him fine, left with him. Didn't think anything because she was fine. Found herself in a puddle of pee. She got home, she was sick like I was, okay? 2 months later, she went to a doctor, found out she's pregnant. And she's like, how can I be pregnant? I've not had sex with anybody. She said, it's not that I don't love my son, but I don't know what happened to me. Being like them saying, you know, when they roofied you at the bar, when they took you, they told you to say this. They did what to me? I don't even remember talking to him. She doesn't. Well, when they were raping you, they photoshopped you in a porn. They did what to me? And then laughing at her for being raped. They were laughing at me for some serial rapist stalking and drugging me up and telling me say stuff. Stop, she don't know. Why? Because I never talked to anybody. Why? Because it's a shower scene in the other room. And that's why they left at that agent. My neighbor, Mike, got roofied in a bar. In the middle of the second beer, they said he started acting crazy. He told people he was an astronaut. Then he got okay and he was fine with other people and then told other people to F up. He left. He went out to the bank, got money out, went out to eat, came home, changed his shoes. Which makes me wonder, why did he change his shoes? I hope they didn't strip him naked, take pictures of him. You gotta think about this. Because he walked to me, I got a problem. I don't know how I got home. And I said, go sleep it off. He's like, I got a worse problem. I got $80 in my pocket. Check your bank. He got on his phone. I took $100 out. What was in the box with mustard? And how did I change my shoes? The changing of shoes makes me wonder if they didn't strip him naked and do something crappy to him. And he didn't know. Think about it. These people are rapists. March 1st to 3rd of 23 in Walmart 62 by the nail polish. I'm in there, and a lady admits they were using the case to human traffic. people. These people from Ravenna want to show up and harass me. There's there's a girl with brown hair, 40ish, dark eyes. She's been part of it. She's with a blonde lady with glasses, probably 50ish. She's part of the human traffickers. They've been down harassing me since the first of the case, that they were part of the people drugging and kidnapping me. The fake sodium pentothal reports. Showed up yesterday. Said something stupid and threatened me. You show your ugly face, bitch, again, I will take your picture of your face, and I will put you on YouTube, and I will put you on Facebook as a human trafficker and a drugger and kidnapper. Any of those idiots want to show up again. Do you want your face plastered all over the internet? You want to defame me of putting shower scenes on the other room and putting them on internet, and then drug confessions? I've never been questioned of wrongdoing. I've never been prosecuted. I've never been found guilty. They think it's funny roofing people and telling them to say something stupid. It's not. You're sleepwalking. I've talked to other sheriffs. Those amnesia drugs are so bad they control you for 4 to 6 hours. And what they did is considered needling somebody. You walk up, you put the date rape drug in an injection, and they walk up and stab you. Then you're sleepwalking for 4 to 6 hours. Takes less than a minute. They do it in nightclubs in bigger cities. It's called research. Told you, there was even on like 2020, some guy, they did like a shower scene and put it in the other room. And they push teenage kids and brats and stuff, have pushed people to suicide. Everything. Police have arrested them for pulling, like they said, the construction workers up in Akron. What these people pulled was a really mean teenage stunt. But what makes it not funny is they raped her. And they were doing it before I called the FBI. I was waking up with bruises all over me, throwing up, heart racing, a severe swollen personal infection, going to Altman Family Physicians all summer long. It's like, I don't know where all these bruises came from. And they're like, did you fall? No. Maybe you're becoming anemic. And I was like, my personal area is really swollen and infected. Had to go on pills and creams because I'm being raped. Do you realize I had to be doing sick shit to me? And my head's pounding, my heart's racing, I was throwing up, so they gave me stuff for headaches and throwing up, and nobody's putting it together. I'm being human trafficked out of my own home. And they're drugging and framing me and photoshopping me. You know, I've talked to my one friend, Sheriff David. He doesn't live in this area. He's like, is your local police low? They should have arrested all these people the first day. They can't do any of this. And those amnesia drugs, they control everything you say and do. And plus, everything's digital and been digital for years. They can Photoshop over your words. They can Photoshop scenes. Nothing's trustworthy. You can't hire your girlfriend's dad in the drug cartel to frame your wife. It's RICO charges. They should have been arrested the first day. And with those agents laughing at me, well, we could use Pete's tape. Oh, weird. Well, it's a shower scene in the other room. That's why they laughed at him for falling for it. Well, we could use Pete's this. Well, it's a date rape drug confession. And I never talked to Pete. I never had him in my home. And I only know who he is because his picture was hanging on the wall 9/18/19, the day of my divorce. And he was joking around with Ludick in the back, the other judge. And he was just some little old white Santa Claus following me around. I didn't know who he was. I would have never known if his picture was up on the wall. I've still never talked to him. You can't be in somebody's home. It's the right to privacy. And how, it's like saying that, you know, my one friend said on January 13, 23, that agent was in debt to those drug dealers. That Ohio drug dealer told him that. He went to him. He said, I know somebody who knows somebody who deals drugs. I went to him and said, all the Ohio drug dealers said that agent was in debt to those drug dealers. He let him hurt you in front of people till he paid him back. And they're mad he pulled this in Ohio. Okay? I was up at Fred Martin a week ago Wednesday, July 30th, 23. Some guys are in there, that he said her ex-husband's part of a serial killing group. That's what human traffickers are. They're serial killers. Okay? They take people for sex slaves and to be murdered. They're serial killers. The ones that are doing this to me are serial killers. Okay? And he said her ex-husband is part of a serial killing group. He said, was she part of it? And said, no. They even tortured her. I seen them. That's why I keep an eye on her. Then there's an Indian couple. Comes over and sits by me. They have a little baby, so I'm talking to it. The guy gets on the phone. There's bad cars driving by. Okay? And he said, do you want to pull over me, or you don't want her to find out who actually did it to her? Did you get enough money to pay him back? Then tell him to leave her alone. So somebody was in debt to somebody. And that's why all this happened. They let an innocent woman get hurt to pay off their debt. How sick is all this?